Hey there folks, Scott Travis here with another Scott Travis Sports News Update. I haven't talked to you guys in a while since the Bruins Habs series wrap up, and we understand why. We're all over that. But bottom line, I'm Scott Travis. This is Scott Travis Sports News. This is my Stanley Cup Finals preview. The LA Kings are playing the New York Rangers. Bottom line, we're not going to cry too much about what could have been for any of the teams. These are the two teams that are there. We got the LA Kings coming in. They're the 2012 champions. We got the New York Rangers. Had the coaching change, and I had this argument with somebody at some point about how great a coach John Tortorella was, but I'm pretty sure he just proved he is not a good coach at all. He gets fired from the Rangers, goes to Vancouver, gets fired after 1 year after they have their worst season in about 10 years. Alain Vigneault takes his Ranger team to the finals in his first year. So I'm going to give tip of the cap to Alain Vigneault, probably a better coach than John Tortorella. All right, moving on. Just want to say before we get too far into it, this update is sponsored by my brother's Handyman Services group, Herb Travis Handyman Services, www.herbtravishandyman.com. Give him a call at 401-465-2658. He takes care of all your home improvement projects, plans, additions, whatever you got going on, you got a problem, give him a call. He'll take care of it. I want to give a special shout out to Anna Q, who is my San Francisco Bay Area reporter. She's done a nice job coming aboard. And I have another young reporter coming aboard. Andrew Hurst is going to take care of the Tampa Bay area. And folks, if you're an aspiring young reporter, you want to cover a region of the U.S., I like to cover New England. I'm also looking for people in the New England area to cover the Bruins, the Celtics, the Revolution, the Patriots per team. I mean, I do my best to cover all of them, but I'm looking for people to do that. So anyway, throwing it all out there. And sponsors, hey, these videos and all my posts go out to about 25,000, 30,000 people a day. So if you're looking to advertise a product and you think any of the people that you might want to know, which is everyone follows sports, give me a call. Anyway, Stanley Cup Finals, Game 1 tonight, LA, Staples Center. Let's break it down in as simpler terms. I'm not going to throw a lot of numbers at you, but bottom line, the Kings start from the top down. Darryl Sutter, was a great captain as a player with the Chicago Blackhawks, coached the Hawks, coached the Sharks, coached Calgary, was a GM in Calgary, went to LA. It was the right situation for him. He's got a bunch of veterans, and you know, as if you watch the pregame shows on NHL Network the last few days, you can see Darryl Sutter says we got like 6, 7 captains in the locker room, and he's right. You know, he's got Dustin Brown as his captain, but he's got Kopitar as one of the best two-way players. I put him up there with Taves and Bergeron and Datsuk as top two-way forwards. I don't think anybody can argue that. You got guys like Jeff Carter stepping up. He's hosting that. He's centering that 70s line with the young kids Pearson and Toffoli, who had the big game winner on the redirect in Game 7 against the Hawks. Bottom line, if we're going to talk about the Kings, they beat the Sharks. They were down 3-0. They came back and beat them. They're not afraid. They beat a really, really, really good Anaheim Duck team in 7, won that, and then they just beat the Chicago Blackhawks in a series that everyone will admit could have gone either way. It was just a matter of how the puck was going in. Bottom line, the Kings are a really good team. I think they're deeper and better than 2012, but for some reason, they've made it a lot harder on themselves by playing 3 7-game series. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. New York Rangers took care of the Flyers, took care of the Penguins, took care of the Montreal Canadiens. I guess they caught a break there. All right, we'll take a shot at the Montreal Canadiens. They had no business beating the Bruins and whatever. I'm done. I'm trying to move past that, but anyway, they basically had a bye to the Stanley Cup Finals by playing Montreal. As soon as Lundqvist showed up in net and Hagelin and those other Rangers started speeding around, the Canadiens had no chance. And then when the refs got onto the diving, well, that was the end of that. I mean, they can't play real hockey. But anyway, this wasn't about an indictment of the Montreal Canadiens. You guys all know how I feel about them. So we're not talking about that. But the Rangers, they got Henrik Lundqvist. This guy's won a gold medal. This guy just played in the Olympics again. This guy just beat those 3 teams I mentioned. He's in the finals. He is the threat. If the Rangers are going to have a chance in this series, they got to go into LA and maybe steal Game 1. And if they don't win tonight, they're going to at least play a sharp game. I think this is the night to take the first series. You know, you want that split on the road if you're a team. So if they can win Game 1 behind a good, strong effort from Lundqvist, a solid effort on their team, the Kings just finished up a 3 tough 7-game series. We know that. The Rangers have been done since last week. This would be the game you would say, hey, if you're going to win the series, you better go in there and win it. But we'll see what happens. And you know what I've learned about the LA Kings the last few years? Doesn't matter if they're up 2-0, doesn't matter if they're down 2-0, whatever the hell it is, until the series is over, I'm picking the Kings, is what I would say. So they could be down. They could lose both games in LA and win the next 4. That's just the way they play hockey. I don't know. I've never really seen anything like that. But that's how they operate. So, again, the keys for the teams. I think coaching, Darryl Sutter. He's got a veteran group, knows what he's doing. Most of that team won the Stanley Cup 2012. They have to be the favorite. They actually have home ice. So the first